Welcome to episode 27, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to 6 and 60, coming to you live to tape from the Drunken Monkey Studio in fabulous Long Island, New York. Guys, today we are brought to you, as always, by ReadUSComics.com. The future of the comic book industry lies in our hands, and I promise you, you will not be disappointed, as well as RoninVape.com. Trying to quit smoking, just kind of want to look cool like Gerard or someone hopefully much cooler. Go to RoninVape.com, enter promo code 6 and 60 for a fat discount. You will not be disappointed in their brand. I promise you, or at least Gerard does. Because I don't personally vape. If someone would send me a machine, maybe I would try it. So do that. Maybe Ronin Vape does it. Maybe Charlie's Chalk Dust. Or maybe one of the other affiliates of 6 and 60. Go to our Instagram to learn all about contests, promotions, and prizes. And go to our website to get to our Instagram, 6and60.net. This week, we're going full gamut, guys. A very lovey-dovey, sexy episode just for you guys. We're talking about lions attacking. What's sexier than that? Canadian Lovin, chicken hostages, interspecies erotica, nakedness, and we're wrapping it up with just a nice long-form discussion about love. This week's episode, of course, is me, your host, Charlie Rivera, the greatest co-host in podcast history out of Long Island on podcasts that involve me, Gerard Nolan, and my brother chimes in, John Rivera, representing the U.S. Comics brand, and also talking a little raw and dirty with us, guys. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. 6and60.net is where you get all of our old episodes. Let's do it to it, guys. Right here, 6and60.net. What you got for me? What you got for me?
I don't think we talked about
I do
this.
like your mustache, by the way.
You know?
I a little bit don't want the spikes to come back. Like, Jen put up a picture of you guys, and it's a gorgeous picture of
What
you,
do you
too. It's
mean
like it
with the
could be your wedding
spikes?
photo. Like the little fucking twirlies. You have a picture. Go to Jen's Facebook right now.
Oh, the picture she just posted? Okay.
Like that's that in my head. That
You
facial
don't like
hair
the
with
stubbles?
no, like how you have the whoop.
Yeah.
In that picture, you don't. In that picture, you
Yeah,
just
I
have
know.
like a mustache.
Yeah.
That facial hair, the mustache to chin strap,
Yeah.
with your hair now, is my ideal Gerard.
So
You're not trying to fuck me though, so run it past Jen. I'm just saying that's my favorite look.
You want the mustache and the kind of chin strap
But
to
not
look
the
like
little,
that,
But not the old timey.
without the old timey.
That's I'm not saying you have to do it because I have
Well, I'm not.
no part of your life.
So
But I'm saying like that's my favorite.
the
That's my
mustache might
favorite
go
you.
completely, and I might go back to mutton chops.
You got bored with it again?
Yeah.
I miss
and
your
I
mutton
just
chops,
got a
too.
haircut 2 days ago. So, you know.
That haircut's cool though.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, it's weird that you copied off of me.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's right. You did it before it was cool.
I used to do
Who's the hipster now?
I honestly
you did it a long time ago.
I did it like before it was called anything.
Yeah.
Like to the point where my fucking barber would be like, "What?" So for a long time I had to do it
It's
myself.
called an undercut.
Yeah, now everyone knows it.
Yeah.
I described these like an undercut. I was like, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
It's called a Charlie. I digress.
You do digress. Do you want to hear some bitch that was taking Okay, hold on.
Yes. Yes, I do.
All right. If you go and let's say the wild, like on a safari, right?
Okay.
Okay. You're in a car, you got like a tour
Right.
guide.
I hope
you
the
know.
question is, do I deserve to get eaten?
It's like, hey, there's some lions over there. Do you want to take some pictures? What do? Do you, you're in a car. You're in a fucking car.
I take out my selfie stick. Step one.
Okay.
I disconnect the camera, so now it's just a rod.
Okay.
I put the rod in the animal's hiney.
Okay.
And I take a photo because I want an expressive shot.
Would you open the fucking window to take a picture
No!
of a lion? Okay.
Oh my God! Tell me she got mauled.
A Game of Thrones editor was mauled to death
A Game
by
of Thrones editor.
by a lion in South Africa.
That
this
lion
was like
was
a couple months ago.
Was a Tigerian or Tigarian?
Tigarian?
Yes, they sent a lion after her.
29-year-old Catherine Chappell.
Oh,
A visual?
Catherine.
Yeah, Cameron.
Not too smart.
I know. A visual effects editor on HBO's Game of Thrones who worked on the Emmy-winning episode The Children was mauled by a lion and killed this week, which was a couple of months ago.
She got dead?
According to the Daily Mail,
Holy
Chappell was
shit.
snapping photos of a lion through an open car window
Womp womp.
when a lioness leapt inside her car
What?
and attacked her.
That's some shit from Game of Thrones.
She was apparently slashed in the neck. Chapel had been taking photos right up until that moment of attack. So she was just like, snap, 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 snap. She's getting awfully cocky.
These are going to make great action shots. My throat!
Why would you
Why would you go on a safari?
She's an editor. She's going on a safari.
I don't do dick. Dude, honestly, you know what my tragic death is?
It gets worse.
COO of U.S. Comics and podcast extraordinaire over at 606.com.
John's okay?
Yeah, John's
okay. Fine.
Yeah, your life
I'm okay with
literally,
this.
it'd be like me
just
drowning on a cruise ship because my vacations are all simple. Like, it's never going to be like Charlie was wrestling a bear. Then the bear ate him. Be like, no shit.
Like, why? Okay, I can understand. I can feel a little bad if the windows were, open.
And she like jumped through it.
Like, you have, and I talked to Jen about this, like her camera and all this shit. Because I talked to her about this. She's like, this bitch literally could have just put her camera up to the, the window, and if it's clean enough, you just zoom in. And really nice cameras don't see all that shit. She could have focused nicely on this fucking lion.
You can Google lion photos.
It's
like,
true.
if you're experiencing, and don't get me wrong, it's a tragedy when anyone dies.
Yeah.
But this happened a couple months ago, so let's make fun of her.
It's not too soon. Because it's me and it's my article.
What do you expect? Like, my whole thing is this. I would never go on a safari. Like, what's the Disney version where it's like a train and all those animals are suicidal because they're in a cage?
I don't put myself in situations where I could possibly die. So
you show up to the podcast every week.
I do.
And I am unstable.
I drove up and you had a hatchet in your hand, and I walked over. And I said
I'm like,
hello.
hey, roll down the window.
And you were just sitting there talking to the hatchet. Yeah, Gerard Killer.
You are hungry.
Yeah, you are.
You are hungry, aren't you?
I'm really hungry for some Gerard. Oh, hey.
Hi, Gerard.
I was just talking to my...
Hey, Gerard.
How are you?
Do you want to meet my friend? Cuddy McCutstabs?
He's in the back in this hole that I dug out.
No, the worst is I'd be like, Gerard, can you dig me a giant hole? What do you think, 10 feet deep?
Just laying it.
Like people size. That's how I want you to measure it. People size. Does Jen know you're coming? She doesn't? Great.
Oh, that's cool.
What type of flowers does she like?
Meanwhile, Pierre Puttgiger, her 66-year-old tour guide, also suffered a heart attack trying to fend off the lion
to
stop the bleeding in her neck.
I would also have a heart attack if I saw a lion eat somebody.
So this old fuck was trying to do his civil duty as a tour guide, trying to help her.
But do you think that this tour guide was like, never roll down your window, stupid?
I'm sure. Or... I don't know. I'm sure there's like some sort of
I'm gonna be your tour guide.
Okay. And then it just lists that's over.
All the sad
shit.
It's
just like she also did visual effects work for Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Yeah, she sounds like
Divergent,
she was awesome.
The Secret Life of Walter Mitty and
all
Noah.
Visually stunning films.
And she was in South Africa raising money for a charitable organization
that
protects animals from poachers.
All right. I'm going to be your tour guide.
Well, she wasn't poaching, but...
Hello, Gerard. My name is Steven. We're going to look at many animals. Going to look at lions.
Okay, after this, I want to be your tour guide.
Tigers, bears, giraffes, and cheetahs. Are you ready? Are you ready for the tour to begin?
Okay.
Okay. Get in the truck.
Oh, okay.
You're in the truck. Take out your
phone.
Hey,
Jen. This guy talks funny. Must not be American.
Take out your phone.
Okay.
Okay, I want you to Google giraffe. Google African giraffe.
Okay.
Now look at the giraffe.
Very pretty.
Do you have a picture?
I do.
Find your favorite picture.
Okay, here.
Is that your favorite?
That's my favorite.
Show to your beautiful fiance. Hello, Jen. Show to Yen.
Oh, so pretty.
Yen, you think it's pretty?
Your dick so bad.
Gerard,
Dick's taking me on the South African tour.
Gerard, you're going to get...
Actually, no, I kind of want to fuck this guy. He reminds me of Charlie.
He's very Charlie-like. We will share as I get the blowjob. Gerard, I want you to save picture to phone.
Okay, save
Now
it.
you have seen giraffe. What would you like to see next? You want to see lion? I want you to take out the... I want you to go to Bing. Go to Bing.
No one goes to Bing, sir.
Go to Bing, and I want you to Bing search Google.
Okay, hold
then
on.
I want you to go from Bing back to Google.
Wait,
and then I
Bing
want
just
you
said,
to-
fuck you. I'm not searching Google.
Then I want you to go to Google.
Ask Jeeves.
And I would like you to go ahead and type in tiger. Striped tiger.
Striped
And this
tiger.
this is very important. Listen to me. Listen to me.
Okay.
Listen to me, Darad. Are you listening?
I'm listening.
Are you listening? I want you to tag a striped tiger, a high definition photo.
Okay.
And now I want you to save that to your phone.
Okay.
Now you have seen tiger. You can go home. You can go home and you can put it on
this is
your
$79.95.
You can put it on your television. It's very big. Cause zoom in, world's largest tiger in your living room. Totally safe. Totally safe. Last thing we see you want to see something crazy.
Oh my god.
Look up gazelle fucking. Then click video on Google to bring it to YouTube. You're on YouTube. And now you are watching them fuck. And what you can do is if you have iPhone, you do home button and power button, same time, take a picture. If you do not, I don't know how to work Windows phone or Droid phone, but they also can capture. Or Google, postcoital, postcoital, animal fucking,
Cuttlefish.
hadith, and just see if it is racist. Call black people nigger. Not cool. Not cool. Ogden. Not cool. And that is Charlie's tour guide.
Can't top it.
You're welcome.
That's good. I like it.
That was while getting a blowjob. That
That
guy's committed to his job. A little more gay news. Guess what the number 1 threat on Twitter was after gay marriage was legalized in all 50 United States?
Hashtag suck that dick.
No, I wish. All of them said, that's it. Moving to Canada. It's been legal in Canada for a decade. For a decade. Our hat was totally cool with guy on guy, girl on girl weddings. Because people don't know how to do research.
Once there's guy on guy, basically, it's an abomination. No one really gives a shit. That brings me back to that whole, like, Chaz Bono wasn't a big deal. Chastity Bono all of a sudden wants to be a guy. Not a big deal. Good for... Fucking all of a sudden, Bruce Jenner fucking was an Olympian. He's such a heartthrob. Fuck that old farty motherfucker. I don't care. You want a vagina. He doesn't even want a vagina. He just wants to be what he feels like. Who fucking cares? Oh, that's it. Moving to fucking West Africa. Like, fuck you. People are so narrow-minded.
They're just shitty. But the Supreme Court legalized gay marriage on Friday, or just marriage, as one would call it. And a lot of homophobic grundle pimps are mad and threatening to leave the country and move to Canada.
Good, leave. We don't want you.
Don't let the door hit you with a good Lord split you. Big problem, though, other than the apparent fickleness of their patriotism. Canada, as you recall, legalized gay marriage in the summer of 2005, almost exactly a decade ago. It was the 4th country in the world to do so, but nobody should tell them because I want them gone.
You know what'd be great? They fucking go to Canada. There's a gay Mountie. Hi, welcome to Canada, eh? You're here for the gay marriage, right? Oh, god damn it!
You know they're too racist to move to
Moving
Mexico.
to Hawaii. God damn it!
You know they're too racist
I
to
suck
go to
at
Mexico.
geography.
Yeah. What do you mean Hawaii is part of the U.S.? What are all these brown people doing here?
Yeah, next they're going to tell me Alaska's not an island. It's not connected to anything. Bullshit. It's that little thing below fucking right next to Hawaii, right? Dumbasses.
Just let them swim there. Swim there, you piece
I'm
of
going to
shit.
swim to Alaska. You're dumb. You're dumb.
Dummies.
Imagine a gay Mountie. Instead of like red fucking flannel, it's like brightly colored, like magenta pink.
Here's the Mountie. He's
Hi.
strong. He's tough. He's brave.
Meet my
Here comes the Mountie.
This is my Moose Lawrence.
Hi. Say hi, Lauren. Just like the most stereotypical. But imagine if it wasn't actually a gay guy. That was just a position they had to fill. So a bunch of straight guys were just doing the fakest, gayest shit. They're just throwing glitter as they ride. Ooh! Ooh!
Imagine gay Mountie.
Oh, can I just...
Acid wash fucking
Can I make
denim
an
jeans
official declaration?
Okay.
Short shorts where you can see the pockets
Ugh.
look good on no one.
Yeah,
Not
I
guys,
hate it on
not
women.
girls.
I fucking
Just
hate
fold them
it.
up.
It's not
Don't get me
hot.
wrong, ladies. I want your fucking short shorts. I want labia majora to be poking out of the sides. I don't want to see your pockets. Cut the pockets off. I want to see like just the.
Then it's
you know,
non-functional shorty shorts.
do you know the waistband? That could be the entire length of your shorts. I just don't want to see your fucking pockets.
Thank you.
And also,
That's
don't
like-
use them. If you're wearing short shorts where your pockets stick out, I don't need to see the $2.42. You fucking hooker. Unless that's your going rate, guy or girl.
That's like guys who wear suspenders and belts.
Nope. You mean the world's worst people?
Ugh, thank you.
Awful.
Thank you.
Awful. Stop it, sirs. You're a disgrace. Disgrace! Don't pretend you didn't like my song.
I did like your song.
6 chickens murdered in tragic hostage situation involving a scorned lover.
I'll fucking throw paprika on them and fucking deep fry them. So
Like,
help
I
me
will
God.
eat the fuck.
I will fucking
eat that
saute
shit.
these fucking chickens. So help me God. And you don't want to know what I'm gonna do with the fucking pigs in the corner. Bacon.
Bacon. Delicious, delicious bacon. Love hurts. Love scars.
But love
wounds
wins.
And Mars.
Hashtag
Ooh,
# love wins.
Love hurts. So learned 18-year-old Hayden Smith, who did not take his recent breakup very well. Smith was willing to fight for his love, though, and asked his mother for help. Okay, so he didn't ask. He threatened to
Jaden
murder her
Smith?
chickens.
Jaden Smith.
No, nigga.
Jaden Smith. I know it's Hayden Smith, but it's Jaden Smith. Did he try and kung fu kid them to death? Terrible fucking sister's music, whipping her hair back and forth and shit.
You love the
Woohoo! Ha ha! Ha ha! Woohoo! Ha ha! Just do your chores, kids. Woohoo! Ha ha!
Okay, so he didn't ask
So
his mother
Hayden
for help.
Smith.
He threatened to murder her chickens if she didn't call his beloved's parents and force them to make the daughter reconcile with him. In classic supervillain
Wait,
fashion.
what?
Oh yeah. Smith
Where was this again? It had to be down south. Please tell me it was down south.
I mean, did I say? Did I?
I don't think
Do I
you
know?
did.
Do I know?
Keep going.
Next time you try to read, I'm not helping you at all, you cocksucker.
Good.
In classic villain fashion, Smith informed his mom that he would snuff out one of the chickens every 15 minutes until he got what he wanted, which was his girlfriend's poon.
I feel like Sylvester Stallone. They should have called Sylvester Stallone. Like, hey, do you still have that pistol with the Cobra on it? Yeah, we're good. Yeah, yeah. We need you. This guy's threatening to kill a chicken every 15 minutes. We need your help, Cobra.
That seems like or
Cobretti.
It's fucking Adrian Cobretti or
You know,
Jason
terrible.
Statham. One of the two needed to show up.
Hey, I'm
On
Jason
the
Statham.
transporter.
Oh, wait, hold on. Jason Statham and Sylvester. You want to do
I watched
Sylvester?
the fuck out of that movie. Yeah.
All right, so I was thinking, if
Yeah.
I hook myself up to a car battery,
Yes.
and then I take my crank and I crank it out all of that.
Ain't
gas-
nothing over. Oh man, that would be ridiculous. So yeah, he threatens to murder them every 15 minutes. If his mom had to call the girlfriend's parents and force the girlfriend's parents to get the daughter to suck his dick again. Is pretty much all total.
So she broke up with him basically. He wanted to get back
Correct.
together, but he was threatening to kill chickens.
To prove he wasn't bluffing, he sent pictures of the dead birds. All total, 6 chickens were sacrificed in the name of love. Oh, yeah. Smith also said he'd burn his mom's house down and kill her. Any cops who tried to stop him and himself. Smith was charged with 3rd-degree domestic violence and criminal mischief, which sounds less like an actual crime and more like an euphemism for wacky hijinks. He sounds like a fine,
I
reasonable
will
young
choke
man.
this chicken, so help me God.
The good news is, ladies, you know the ones I'm talking to, he's clearly single. So that's a catch. That's a stable
I
catch.
feel like it was him on her front lawn in like say anything scenario, except with that instead of a
The cage of
boombox
chickens?
on top of his head, it was a single chicken, and he was holding like the neck, and he was just stretching it and stretching until he like just snapped their neck.
That's
Still Peter
what-
Gabriel playing in the background.
What is your reaction?
If I look out the window and there's a kid wanting to get back together with me,
Not even. You and Jen have a child.
Okay.
The child
God.
grows up.
I'd make sure I live in a state where it's legal to own a gun. I'd fucking kill him.
For killing your chicken?
I'm sorry, that kid's a fucking psychopath. All right. People are fucked up if they kill a human being. You have to also be a special kind of fucked up to also kill a fucking animal. Like, I love animals. Even though I eat chickens.
Delicious.
And fucking pigs and all
I've
that
never
shit. But
killed one for love.
But, like, leave that to, like, the butchers, the people that prepared for you to eat. But to threaten something, but then to threaten to burn a house down and kill the mother.
Your mom, yeah.
Like, you should be locked up. Like, that's not like boys will be boys bullshit. Like, boys will be boys bullshit is like walking around with a little straw in your mouth and a fucking, in like overalls with like white paint on a fucking brush, painting white fences, you know, and saying nigger Jim, you know, like Tom Sawyer.
No, I got the reference.
That's like boys will be
I
boys.
was just leaving you out there.
Old country bullshit.
Yes.
Boys will be boys bullshit. Like, that doesn't apply anymore because kids are fucking nuts.
They're not nuts. I'll give you that.
Like, that's
weird.
It's
just too much.
Like, whatever happened to like talking to a girl that you liked on AIM, her crushing your heart, you going into your profile? Do you remember that profile where you can add like a quote?
Yes.
Do you remember that? Everyone had a fucking quote, including myself. I think I had the lyrics to Everlong in there because I fucking love that goddamn song.
The fucking geese.
But I put that in there. You always have your away message. Let's talk about that real quick because we're still on the topic of girls and crushes. Do you remember when you would be digging on this girl? You'd fucking be on your computer. You're waiting for her to sign on and hearing that jingle. And you look, because you'd always set them to a certain type of jingle.
You'd set them in a different bracket.
Yeah. And they come up. And you're like, oh, shit. So then you don't send them a message right away. You wait about a minute. As soon as you hear that boom, boom, for the door, you want to fucking kill yourself.
Why didn't I message her?
Or they're online, but they're idle. Their name in the font is a little gray, so you want to what the fuck are they doing? What are they doing? Or they're on, and then they have their away message. And it's always some sort of fucking lyric to some song or some that. Oh, I miss those days, man. When Jen and I were talking, because we were talking through MySpace, and then we switched to AIM. That was like the last, like 2008, I feel like we were a year past AIM, and we were still using
2006, you should have put it away.
Yeah.
So the fact that you guys were still clutching on 2 years later,
I was still clutching on to it.
Is why you guys are meant to be.
Yeah.
Because if I was friends with Jen,
but I never got that far. If I was friends with Jen
and she was like, I was talking to a cute boy on AIM, I'd be like, is he from the past? Does he have a time machine? Because that's cool as shit.
I don't know, man. It's just those were the days. But I never got to that point like a girl breaks your heart where you just want to, you feel the fucking pain, but like you don't.
I had a very successful.
I went back to my ex's because I knew she was at the day she broke up with me when I read that email. Because that's a whole long story we've gotten into. I'll get into it in another show. But I remember getting that email, and then I knew she was going to be at her grandparents' house, and I went to her grandparents' house with fucking flowers, trying, you know. I was invested into this girl, and she fucking literally stomped on my fucking heart. It was just such a throwaway. It was like the worst type of feeling, but I didn't go there like, I'm going to fucking kill every one of these fucking swans. If you don't fucking, I will kill a swan every hour on the hour with a megaphone. If my demands are not met, like that's special kind of crazy.
It's too much. I've certainly had stupid moments.
Yeah.
I'm a dumb guy.
But you get over it. It's life, you know. That's part of growing up.
One of the big two exes in my life. One of them, I break up with her because I was like, it just felt like it was like, are we gonna get married? Like, I don't want to have kids. You know, it was all that sort of thing. So I find out that we were like two of my best friends. It was Franz and this other kid whose name I can't remember.
Franz?
Yeah, he was cool. Weird. He wore like a fucking ridiculous tuxedo to prom.
Was it a duct tape tuxedo?
I don't think so. I think it was even weirder.
Was it the fucking orange and blue one?
No, it was like
Yeah.
it was something.
Those were the
original,
three fucking
something original but super weird. But
Okay.
regardless, I
naked.
fucking find out that the other friend, we'll call him Joe. Let's call him Joe.
Call him Joe.
That
Bobby.
Joe and Christy started hanging out with Franz still, like, and they were coupling up. So I was like, oh, that hurts. That hurts real bad. I thought Joe was my buddy. Joe got me into ska music, which I still to this day love. For a while I couldn't because I was betrayed, so the music had to be put aside. So I'm at a church thing, like a youth group.
Okay.
In like a mentorship thing, like where I wasn't in charge of it, but I was helping.
Yeah.
And
It's definitely a youth group. Okay.
the two of them pull up in Christy in the girl's car, and I'm just like, the fuck is this then?
Yeah.
And I was like, you're supposed to be my friend. And this is outside of a church. Like, you're supposed to be my friend, you fucking cocksucker. Like, so I'm like, get out of the car. I'll whoop your ass. We're good. I don't want her.
Yeah.
I don't want her. I want to whoop your ass. It's not that she's a fucking half a twat who can't find a new guy,
Yeah.
so she has to take one of my friends.
It's
not
all
one of my
recycles.
best fucking friends is so desperate for pussy, he has to get the one I enjoyed thoroughly.
Yeah.
Get out of the car, bitch. Get out of the car, bitch. Get out of the car, bitch. Get out. And they just bounced. So now, maybe 3 or 4 days, there's a house party.
Mm-hmm.
And the house party's on the block where he lived.
Oh God.
So now I'm drunk.
Didn't you
And
go
I'm
to his...
outside of his house with my buddy, with Bobby, I think. And I'm like, yo, Joe. Joe, wake up, Joe. Joe, I'm going to whoop you. Come outside, Joe. Joe, I got to beat your ass. His dad comes out. I'm like, I'll whoop your old ass too, old man. I like fucking beer mull. I was beer bane.
Oh my!
I like
God.
fucking full on.
Instead of Venom,
yeah, I had
you
a
just
I
had
a
fucking
luchador mask on and just 2 half kegs. You have my permission to get your ass whooped.
Oh my God!
Oh man,
2 half kegs of fucking like Bud Light.
Yeah.
Bud Light with lime.
Stephanie.
But it's before Bud Light with lime existed, so you just had Bobby feeding limes through the filter.
When Steph and I
Oh
broke
my
up
God.
in high school as well, we broke up just kind of out of nowhere. Like she
out of the blue.
I annoyed her. So I called at the time she was staying with her grandma. So like I called, and I'm leaving this fucking heart wrencher. I'm like, can you please call me?
Oh,
Blah, blah, blah. And this is, I
God,
think
the
her answering
fucking
machine.
voicemail.
The grandma
message.
picks up the phone, and I immediately switch from like, I'm like, you don't understand. This isn't right. I want to. Let's at least have a conversation. I'm not telling you to change your mind. Hello, like the old grandma, and I'm like, hey, Grandma Drew, is this like? Because I love that old lady.
Yeah.
That old lady was the fucking shit, and she knew. She
Yeah.
knew. She knew I had no chance, but I was a good guy.
Yeah.
It was good times.
It's cute when
Those are probably the 2 stupidest moments I've been.
when I called, because my ex, she went to the city and then she was gone. Like she stayed in the city.
Just left.
Yeah, and
Good,
And,
she wasn't
and the
welcome.
next morning, like it was before I saw the email, and I call her one grandmother. I'm like, do you know where so and so is? Like I haven't talked to her. Blah blah blah. And I feel like that bitch knew. But she was
just called her
such
grandma,
a
bitch.
sweetheart. I loved her to death. And I was just like, she's like, I don't know. She's supposed to be at her other grandma's house for whatever the fuck it was. Hopefully, if I talk to her, I'll let you know. Funny enough about that grandmother, Jen and I were in Barnes & Noble like a year or so ago. We were in there and we're leaving, and that grandmother saw me. And I was trying to avoid. I was like, oh, God. And then she was like, hey, Gerard, how are you? And I had to introduce my Jen to her. It was like she was like, how are you doing? I was like, I'm doing good. And this is my fiance.
That's
Like,
so
it
funny.
was just like, it was just weird. But, this is life, though. This is life. God, if that kid had to deal with shit like that, fuck him. He's a psychopath. He deserves to be locked up or something. He shouldn't be in the general public.
You literally tried to close this giant
This little package.
It's gonna be made into 3 segments, so I'm
Is
cutting
it?
out you being like, or I'm just gonna leave
That
it.
kid that killed the chickens.
Everyone's gonna think you're nuts now because you're gonna be like,
I'm
and
rambling
that letter made me
Ronan
say.
babe.
RoninVape.com.
6 and 60 Ronin. Get a discount. Still don't know what it is because we don't record into
Is
the
it
future.
1%? 10?
10? I don't know. Could be
Who
something.
knows? I guarantee it's not 100%. Please remember that when you buy these vapes, you should vape responsibly and/or send me free stuff. Bye. Seriously, I've never once looked at an animal and wanted to fuck it, but apparently it's super popular.
I fuck
Florida
my cat on the. Oh.
Well, Jen, I will happily have sex with you. So just give me a call.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, if you died or got caught fucking your cat, I would start fucking Jen. A Florida teen is in the doghouse.
Play on words.
A Florida teen is in a doghouse following the discovery that she'd allegedly been having sexual relations with a family dog
A
at
girl?
her grandma's house.
Hot.
once
Wait, how old
again-
is she? Does it say?
I'll get to it. Once again,
Ooh.
according to the
Please
smoking...
be 14. Please be 14. Please be 14. Please
Once
be 14.
again,
please
according
be 14,
to
please be
stop
14.
bad. According to the smoking gun, once again, police
Too
searched the
old.
phone of Ashley Miller, 18,
Yeah,
of Bradenton, Florida,
Florida,
as part of an investigation into a transmission of harmful material to a minor case earlier this month. One must hope that this was not the material in question. Little did they know they'd find numerous photos of Miller in, let's just say, Miller with her
Tasteful?
puppy pal,
Tasteful.
who's someone
pictures?
named Two-Face for some cruel reason. She was blowing a dog named Two-Face. In a folder titled Two-Face Fun, investigators found 17 photos of a canine performing oral sex on an unknown white female. In a subsequent interview with cops, Miller acknowledged that she was the woman in the photos, that she was being licked by her dog, Two-Face. Miller said that the female dog, which she has owned since 2006, has licked her vagina approximately 30 to 40 times. Police reported. Miller further explained that she would call Two-Face into her room, take her pants off, open her legs, and Two-Face would lick her vagina. She added that a prior dog named Scarface also licked her on
What's
a
with the
similar
face in
number
the
of
name?
occasions. I don't know. The peanut butter scented teen was arrested Friday and charged with 2 counts of sexual activities involving animals. In the police report, she
Moved to
maintained that
Alabama, it's fine.
she maintained that she never touched the dog's own genitals and that Two-Face would just do that.
Because that'd be gross.
Exactly right. And she didn't have to push her to do it. She also stated that from when she turned 18 to now, Two-Face licked her vagina 10 times at most. Just a girl and her dog doing what the dogs love best.
You know, they say man's best friend.
Oh, man. A vet examined Two-Face to reveal no apparent damage to the dog physically, but I'm presuming that the mental scars are thorough. Two-Face has no idea what everyone's so upset about. Am I the only one starting to think that the issue would be best handled privately by the family? Not so much on a podcast with 2 assholes from Long Island. Miller is scheduled for arraignment next month. If nothing else, his case should show all the pit bull naysayers out there just how friendly and trainable the breed can be. Oh, man, I've been lonely. I've never been dog licking my dick lonely. Ever.
Is she good looking? Is there like a picture?
Oh,
she's...
no.
Oh, all right.
She
then.
is not. But, every woman on earth, listen to me, women.
You can get
Put
laid.
down your pitchforks. You can at least get a human to lick your pussy. You don't have to turn to canines. I don't care how low your self-esteem is. I don't care if I don't care if your cooch smells like fucking Gerard shit that turned Jen's hair a light shade of gray. I assure you, you can get your pussy eaten by a human. You do not need to let a dog named hilariously after a Batman villain do the work for you.
I got a feeling that dog is now like strolling around on his hind legs, just like pointing at everyone, wearing like a fedora, just thinking he's the shit.
He is the Ferris Bueller. She, rather, it's a female dog, I think. She
it's a
is
female dog?
She is the Ferris Bueller. He was lesbian bestiality.
Oh,
Is
that's
that better or worse?
weird.
I argue worse.
I find that better. I guess less gross.
Really? Because there was just no dick involved?
No, because I feel like, I don't know. I'm pro lesbian. Male, dog, whatever. Bestiality is fine. I feel fine.
Wait
What
a
did I
second.
tell you?
Are
I bought a house in Alabama. Not a house, more like a shed. But everyone has a shed in Alabama, and they fuck their dogs.
What would you name your guy dog? Because you prefer gay bestiality.
All right, let's see. My guide dog, Cumberbatch.
Ooh.
He'd be like a fancy dog. You know, like an
it.
English bull terrier, something. You
You
know.
get your balls nice and sweaty.
Oh,
Let him
yeah,
go to
yeah.
town.
You know, he every
I
time
love that her defense was like, but the dog likes it.
that does. I like how they said, "Oh, but the dog might have mental scarring."
I said that. I was being funny.
Oh
I was being hilarious.
no, the dog's
Thank
not
you
gonna
for-
have mental fucking.
Thank you for
scarring.
no selling my joke.
Well, you said it so like I thought it was part of the article. Like you did it so well. You blended your work
I am
into the
I
story.
am very good at talking with mouth words.
Mouth words,
Mouth
Leaving-
words.
just secreting from
Just
your face.
pour out of my mouth hole.
I want to fuck my cat.
all-
We actually knew this kid.
Did these articles talk you into it?
No,
'Cause
God,
then I
no. I would
apologize.
never. I don't care how desperate you are. Like, why go to a bar, get shit faced? You're bound to find something that's gonna fuck you.
Just anything.
Like, I'm sorry, anyone can get laid. Bums get laid by other bums. It happens. It's like just
I just got the visual of two bums fucking.
sucking each other's cocks.
Oh,
Yeah, well, it's
no.
on the internet.
In my head, it was a girl bum and a guy bum.
No. In my head, it was a guy bum sucking a guy bum's dick. Because that's on the internet. It happens. I don't
Fair
know,
enough.
man. Like, people who do that, I don't think it's being desperate. I think it's they're really into it. There's no excuse. I don't care how desperate you are. I don't, like, I've been not desperate, but, you know,
You've been pretty desperate.
lonely.
No, desperate's the word.
Not like the point to fuck an animal.
At very worst, you were gonna fuck a pseudo rock star. You would have fucked Ryan Parisi if you were lonely.
Oh,
enough.
my God.
He goes to the bathroom to shit. You shit at work. You clean yourself up for him.
Fucking Ryan.
He
man.
walks in. You're presenting. You two. If I had to pick two straight guys
The
that I had
fuck?
to like magically
no, God, no. God,
if I had to
no.
magically make you guys gay, you would be each other's type. Yeah,
no.
you guys would be a cute couple.
No.
He'd have his mohawk back because you would encourage
Oh,
it.
God.
You'd have the
You
facial
and
hair,
I
he'd have the
would be
mohawk.
more of a couple than fucking me and Ryan.
No, because you would jokingly think that you'd ever get to play the guy part.
oh no, I would always submit to you.
I could
Absolutely. I would absolutely
Oh, that
positively.
I somehow choked on my own spit
Uh-huh.
as it dried up. I felt like I was in a prison movie just now.
I don't have patience for Ryan most of the time. He's too serious sometimes.
I'm about to call Ryan to see how he would feel about being your
You
lava.
should call Ryan. Be like, hey, I just found out that if the both of you were gay, I thought you'd make a great couple, but Gerard apparently disagrees.
You know what?
And he'd be very
You know what?
submissive to me.
I'm gonna consider.
So what do you think about that,
I'm-
bitch?
I'm, gonna consider.
I
it,
stole your man.
I'm gonna consider it another segment, and let's see what happens. How often are you guys nude?
Nude?
Yeah.
I try and be nude. Well, what do you mean? I don't
I'm
like
nude
the
right
hold on.
now.
I don't like the setup.
No, like okay.
You're like, all right, you're so comfortable with it
I'll
now.
give. Yeah.
Do it.
I'll
What's that
give.
big tub of
this beer
Vaseline
bottle
doing in the
up your
corner?
Why do I have to dip
like
my ass in
classic-
a big vat of
Classic
mayonnaise
Opie and Anthony. I just
and
have
shove these
four
pop
hookers
figures,
come
which
in.
I don't mind, up my ass? I mean, it'll
What with the
devalue them a little
bobblehead?
bit.
You'd put the bobblehead up your ass? That thing's never coming out.
That's fine.
You're gonna pull the little band off.
You just see the little body shaking because it's still bobbling in my asshole.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Just like.
So I.
Oh,
Ew.
God.
The visual you just gave
No,
only
that's
me
it.
and John.
But my butthole would
Too
just
much.
clinch on it, you know?
Nice.
And I could let it go if I really wanted to.
Let's
but
be
I'm
honest.
not. I'm not.
Someone's been working out.
Ho ho. No. So I get out of the shower.
Anytime I can
I
be
had
nude,
nowhere to be
all
today.
day, every day.
I may have hopped up on my bed for a bit with just my towel covering me, my dick out. I
won't
don't
even
always
do
need
that.
to
I won't even do
combine.
that.
I don't need. What do? You just like walk around?
No
like,
towel.
you live
Well,
in
in
your
my bedroom.
girlfriend's parents' house, so
Well,
you
no,
just
no.
like shaky, shaky, shaky of your cocky
And
waka.
worse,
As soon as I
He
go in the
uses her
bedroom,
mom's bathroom exclusively.
Oh.
as soon as I go in the bedroom, no hole, like no towel, nothing, hanging out.
What
I
about
try
when
and sleep
Jen's home?
naked. It's so much more
When
comfortable.
when
Sleeping
Jen's
naked is
home.
the fucking tits.
Isn't it?
And
the
it's
tits?
apparently really good for you. I
Yeah.
didn't pull that
For
article.
women,
but-
it is because it airs out the shit. Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Pardon?
there was an article somewhere I was reading.
You
Apparently,
need
it's
to
good.
air out you.
Yeah, apparently it's good.
Of all
to
the shit I
air
said, I
out,
just
like it.
backed away from saying the word vagina.
Well, 'cause there's a lot of bacteria.
Like that, I was
will
like,
fucking,
too far, Mr.
yeah,
Rivera.
vagina. No, it airs out the
Too
cunts.
far. Oh my god. Do you try to sell that to Jen so you can look at her naked?
I actually sent. I sent her the thing. She's like, "I'll sleep with no bottoms, but I'm not sleeping without a top. I have to sleep
Aw,
with the
that
top.
just
That
looks
is
like
the weirdest.
I'm like,
assault.
why?
That looks like a rape
No,
victim.
because I
Actually, you know what
thought-
that looks like? That looks like an
Bill
HBO
Cosby's dream?
show with like too big of an actress to show her tits.
Well, I told
Like, oh, we're gonna fuck, but I'm
Oh.
gonna keep this shirt on.
yeah.
Why don't you throw a
That
coat
makes
on
sense,
too?
right? They used to fuck all the time with just shirts.
Am I the only one who's fucked a girl who legitimately was like, I'm leaving my shirt on and not questioned it?
Yes.
Oh, I have low standards.
At least in this
no,
room.
girl. No,
Wait,
I
back
got,
up. Tell that story.
I slept with a girl that wouldn't take
I'm
a bra
so
off,
grateful.
and I got fucking pissed.
Of course you did.
I
You're
was
a
getting
monster.
pissed. I'm like, you need to.
You're
take
a
the
bad
bra off.
person.
you gotta take a look at these warlocks. That's some
I got
bullshit.
titties. You gotta look at them.
No, in
So-
like in the
so
heat,
hold on.
there's not a good story
It's
behind
alright
it.
for a guy
in
to wear a
the-
shirt.
In the heat of the moment,
Sometimes preferable.
in the heat of the moment, as it were, I'm not questioning anything going on.
Right.
I just slip right into grateful mode.
She's like, I need to have both of my cats and my grandmother in the room. Charlie's like, yeah, fine.
yeah, who
That's
gives a shit?
fine.
That old lady hates me anyway.
No, man. All
No,
clothes
it's
gone,
honestly
has
tends
to
to be it's the reason that through my career of trying to have sex,
illustrious as it were.
it
You're
used to
just
be.
so grateful at this moment. You're like,
no, I used to
Thank
like
you for
I used
doing
to like
that to me.
almost comically big boobs because
You?
I had like a real Barbie thing where I'm like impossibly tiny waist. Meanwhile, I'm fat, like eating a Twinkie while I'm like, you're a little chubby, aren't you, bitch? Nom, nom. So
This girl has to be
it-
physically fit. If she's not, hold on.
like impossibly thin waist matched up with the unrealistic big titty. And I managed to find some that were nice enough to have sex with me.
Sure.
But the problem with that was
Good luck.
I feel like I'm trying to prove something for all fat people. So I really try to do my damnedest. I try to do my best. So sometimes that could cause injury. A girl gets a tit to her own face. She's knocked out. So I just had to deal with like at least a thin tank top.
See, I don't consider
Which
you.
is great because like the nipple would still pop out. And for some reason I thought that was super hot. Although
so hold on. So the
I don't
story
get-
is this big titty chick
yes.
wore a wife beater for safety's sake.
I mean, yes.
That's
Because it,
understandable. If
pitch?
it's safety seat,
because
sake,
it safety
it's fine.
seats.
Because I got
How the
hit
fuck
in the
old
face.
is Jennifer?
If I got hit in the face with a 37 double D,
What'd you pay?
and that fucking hurt. No, it was some
In the emergency
stupid
room,
bitch.
about $2,000.
That shit hurts. So if a bra for safety's sake, if she's on top, I
Okay.
get it. But on the bottom,
No,
if
a
you're just staying there,
a
no
bra
bra.
is too restrictive. That's
Nothing.
No,
nonsense.
bra's too much.
You may as well duct tape them down.
Just because like I'm a big, I'm a handsy guy. I fucking hug John 12 times a day.
For no good
Much
reason.
to his chagrin.
Like, hey, Charlie, you want water?
Give me a hug.
I want enough of me.
Before I give you some agua.
I use it as a full-on threat, which is the best part.
Yeah.
No, so I was early,
Cosby hugger.
exactly. Give you like just drink
Ew.
this Jello.
Yeah, it's fine.
Like, why is it bubbling? I don't know. Early in my career, there was a girl. She was very nice. She slept with me, and she had big bazungas, is what I referred to them
Sure,
at
yeah,
the time.
technical term.
And while I was finishing, she almost knocked her damn self out. She like caught herself under the chin, good. And immediately
what kind
after
of monkey
that,
bars did you have her swinging from that her fucking tit punched her in the face like
for
Drago?
the record, the Alabama crab dangle.
Oh, good lord.
Dogs have some things right, and their position for sex is one of them.
And so
See, so you're saying you wear a shirt? Oh,
I wear like pants. I am ashamed of my body.
Charlie
Why,
treats
though?
having
See,
sex
I don't
like
know-
going in the
see,
pool.
With
Do you
you,
know-
though,
Do you know the Ghostbusters jumpsuit?
yeah,
You know how it has a zipper that
Oh
goes
my
down and a zipper that goes up?
yeah.
Just
it's got
dick and
some-
balls out.
I can't do
I'm
that,
a
man.
boy in khaki.
No
Flapper,
restrictions.
flapper,
I gotta
flapper.
be.
Yeah, I'm with
Everything's gotta be
you.
out.
Yeah, you guys don't have body shame.
You shouldn't though. Like just to be like a nice guy. Like when I don't think of you as fat. Like I always say,
You
fat
should.
boy.
I'm wicked
you're,
fat.
You're not though.
No, it's a me thing.
He's a Charlie. He's Charlie
I'm
shaped.
Charlie shaped. It's like a pear, but if
I
it
hate
ate
you
itself.
sometimes because you beat yourself
No,
up. too
no,
much.
no, no, no. I'm trying to be funny. Sincerely, I don't
No,
give
but
a fuck. But
Mm.
again, I'm so eager to put my penis in. Literally, it's such a nice offer that I'm in such a rush.
Sure.
Yeah.
Unbutton. I wear dress shirts a lot. To unbutton 8 buttons, too much time.
Wow. Yeah. He's on a short fused.
It's a
Sounds
very.
like it.
It's a wide fuse, but it is short.
Oh, wide. Okay.
It's like 3 tuna cans stacked up. That's decent. No? Work the fuck out of the sides?
It's a lot of mercury, but whatever.
yeah, it's not good. Especially the
Um,
dolphins get caught in the
Yeah.
holes.
My
and
cock
it's
is
not-
dolphin safe, baby.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. I prefer her to be naked. But if she's gonna be like, I'm leaving,
No,
I used to
man.
be this pretentious.
If it's a
I
quickie,
used
that's
to give
that's
a fuck if they were wearing socks. Now you can have boots on.
Some guys are more into that than fucking titties.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Quentin
The full
Tarantino.
Yeah.
You know they interviewed Quentin Tarantino and they were like, what's up with your foot obsession?" And he's like, I don't think I have a foot obsession. They were like, have you seen Kill Bill? He was like, I feel like I may have focused on her feet a lot in that. Be like, you're a liar.
That's gross.
For a guy who's honest about everything.
He still wears FUBU. He's a little weird.
yes.
All right.
For us, by us.
I know, but
I'd rock a FUBU. Rocky wore
a white
FUBU,
guy
right?
wearing FUBU is a little weird.
What did he wear? Like he wore some
He
brand.
probably wear Ferrari fucking crushed
No, there
velvet
was, like,
jumpsuits.
Name
He's
one
an
of those type of
Italian
brands.
Fucking
FUBU.
FUBU was like a very modern, well, not
It's a-
modern, but like it was like 90s.
It's for us by us,
I'm gonna have
meaning
to do
black
some research.
people.
He wore some like brand that I remember when I first saw it,
Puma?
like Rocky 5. It was like jarring though.
Was
Maybe
it like
Puma.
Everlast maybe?
well, Everlast is a boxing brand.
I don't think.
But that's why I don't think it was that. I thought it was
Everlast.
Was it like Fila maybe you're thinking of?
maybe.
Fila is like an Italian athletic.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Can you say that
It's
less
a
Italian?
Fila.
Was it a Fila?
And then he had some mozzarella.
He did have some mozzarella. You're correct. The reason I ask how often you guys have your tits out, there's a beautiful neighborhood in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's like one of those. It's like the estates in Shirley. Gerard's nipples out. He just loves it.
Oh my God, he's halfway home.
There's a guy who bought a house, and
Oh,
houses
man.
are expensive. We've all paid rent,
I wanna
minus
get that
Gerard.
money out of it.
We've all seen mortgages, all that happy horse shit. This nice, beautiful town, it's like picturesque, like a film, has made the news a lot lately because there's a guy who just likes to chill in his doorway, buck ass naked. Little kids riding their bikes, don't matter. I'm naked.
Right.
An old lady walking in her
See, that's
little
just
fucking
creepy.
crawl, dick out. Police say that there's nothing they can do about the neighborhood nudist since being naked on private property is not illegal in North Carolina. As such, the
Good for
man
him.
has been lounging nude
Loopholes.
for over a decade, and people not so stoked about seeing his fucking tiny, unerected. At least his dick is soft.
All right.
If it was
If
an
it was
erect dick
erect,
as
I'd
like
be a little weird.
bicyclists are walking by, that's the fucking problem.
He wants to fuck
But,
my tire. Go.
Neighbors say it's
What a
been
waste
this.
of a house. He's just sitting in his doorway.
Neighbors have been talking about.
What a dummy.
Not
Neighbors.
utilizing
Oh.
his square
This just doesn't
foot
make fiscal sense.
occupancy of his dick.
So they've been saying for about a decade now his dick has been out and they've had enough. So it took him a decade. This explains the Cosby women
True.
because it takes a long time for you to be like,
Yeah.
enough is enough.
It's like dick
I
is
think
like
after the
mildly
first week, I'd be
annoying.
like, yeah, I don't like this.
Yeah.
I'm going to do something about it. Not 10 years.
Some
Like,
of
that's
these-
a lot of seeing dick, the
You
same
know-
dick.
Yeah, that's a lot of dick.
You know what the thing is though? John and I have had this conversation
Well, it's
a
a
lot.
lot of
and
the same dick.
you feel like if it was rotating dicks, it would be better?
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, at least variety.
John and I have had this conversation.
You don't
Gerard, if you move into a house with Jen
Yeah.
and it's haunted,
Mhm.
what do you do?
I leave.
Okay. John and I.
But then again,
you're
again,
the first Snow White person that's ever thought that, according to cinema.
well, then again,
John
you
and
really
oh
can't.
God, you're
because
doing
if
it.
it's a-
He's doing it.
This is why these movies are made.
if it's
You're
a-
Ethan Hawke. You're definitely gonna die at the end of the film.
no,
you
but
are
if it's
Craig
a
T.
haunt-
Nelson.
No, haunted,
You are all of them.
Here's the thing: for a
you
decade,
really can't get out of a mortgage that easily.
Gerard's like, I'm fucking. Well, what's the mortgage percentage? I got? How many years? Is it adjustable balloon
he
payment?
blames Jen. He's like, "Listen,
a
bitch, it's not my
financial-
fault."
Yeah.
it's
so-
controlled rent. It's amazing.
So this guy's had his dick out in doorways for a decade. His doorway for a decade. This is the
Property
neighbors.
taxes
This is
must be amazing.
This is a quote from
Can I
their.
put a pin in this? Can
Yes,
this be the
please.
worst fucking sequel to Monsters Inc. ever?
Oh
Like
no!
they come through a doorway and they're like, I'm here.
There is fucking something the matter with you. Why did that come to you?
Because I kind of
It's like,
saw
you don't have to
your
go to the
paper
haunted
you're
house.
holding.
You have to go in the house with the
Oh.
naked guy. The thing is,
Oh.
you don't know what room he's in. It's carpeting, so you can't hear him walking.
Oh,
I just pictured poor John Goodman's fuzzy bear guy walking.
And
just
you
walking
remember
all
in
scarred.
Monsters Inc. where the fucking dangling thing was like the thing in the back of your throat?
Right. The
It's
tonsils.
actually his balls.
Oh god.
Here's the problem. Terrible. So this motherfucker in the according to this article from
This ain't Monsters Inc.
From Death and Taxes mag.com is where I got this article. They had a pretty good line. They were saying that that's what you get when you live in a cul-de-sac. Huh? Huh?
Oh,
Little
Jesus.
hacky, but I loved it. Here's the problem. Neighbors that have lived there for a decade and seen this guy schwanz, their only quote to local newspapers was, "We don't even let our kids play outside." Move! If you have a daughter
That's a problem.
that even a little bit looks cute,
Yeah.
move her out. That slut is definitely seen as ding dong.
See, this is also where TV has failed us, because I've seen multiple sitcoms, and all these kind of like hour-long
Him
shows.
waving with his dick out.
Well, they would have had all kinds of
Johnson!
ways. Like, you think they would have fucking suffered this shit on Friends? They would have had him moved out in an episode in
Phoebe
30
would've
minutes.
taken care
Didn't
of
they-
it
didn't
with
they-
her quirkiness?
Didn't they have a naked guy?
Yeah, he was across the street though. That's they were looking at him. If anything, they were voyeurs watching him through their.
That's
that's
they were looking like in through.
Yeah.
That is a fucked up episode.
Yeah.
That show was fucked up.
Now-
Topic over.
Yeah.
Love.
Okay.
We previously were talking about love, and by previously, 1 second ago,
I can tell you.
we were
how
talking
my
about
life
we were
was
talking
once.
about
Ugh.
we were talking about that couple that though they couldn't have a kid, so they turned to the neighbor to knock up the
Yeah.
wife. Turns out that neighbor was infertile too, and his wife cheated on him. And you said something, and I think it's true. I think a lot of people. I think this country, sex has been in a lot of ways weaponized. I do think it's taken. I
Sex
do
is your
think
weapon.
love-
You said it yourself.
I do
you
think
use it
love,
to gain respect.
Love, nice. I do think sex is heavily romanticized in
Yeah.
this country. What are your opinions on sex in general? We've really never had this conversation.
I wasn't really an overly sexually, like, I wasn't, going out seeking. I was always a one and done type of guy, which I mean by that was like I'd meet a girl, develop a relationship, and that's it. I never actively went out looking for one night stands or hot chicks.
You're never looking for strange.
Yeah. When there's some nights where Jen and I just want to fuck. There's some nights that we want to make love. There's two different things. But I was, as long as you're smart about it, whatever. Sex is. I think we all need to fuck. Honestly,
That's
we're
what's
animals
key
deep
to me
down.
is
We're animals, and
Fucking
find your way of
feels-
doing it as long as you're not A, raping, and B, molesting.
Yeah, of course.
Get it out. I always have
Get
a
the
joke when I
evil
see
out.
these bitchy fucking mean people. I'm like, you just need some dick and or pussy.
Yeah,
I feel like
Here's-
just animal instincts.
Here's my thing.
You need to get your aggression out and
we've-
just blow your load.
We've evolved enough to be able to get a lot more out of someone than just sex.
Yeah.
What I don't understand is when there's no sex. If you're not fucking is so great. Sex is great. Eating pussy is great.
Yeah.
These things are jiggling titties, big titties, little titties, giant titties, medium titties. They're great.
All titties.
They're just want big nipples, little nipples,
Yeah.
big areolas. Not my thing, but
fucking
tiny
Stevie
areolas.
Wonders.
Yeah, it's fucking. I'll read.
Whatever.
I'll read your fucking
Yeah.
brilliant ass nipple poetry.
As long as they're not black titties.
I know so.
we
many-
love 'em.
Yeah.
Right, Hulk Hogan? That's
Awful.
right, nigger. Oh, I can't say that. All right, brother.
Terrible.
Fucking Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan, boo.
Boo, Hulk Hogan.
Boo, Hulk Hogan. You ruined easy things. Like fucking. I could never share a girl. Is what I used to think.
What?
I could never. I was about to lie actually because I just realized it's not true.
What do you mean share though?
I could never be actively in an open relationship.
Oh God, no.
I could, however, be the other guy and cognitively make that okay for me. But we've discussed that. That's because I'm broken and because
That's just.
it's stupid and it's greedy.
I think it's self-inflicting.
It is. I'm notoriously like I almost exclusively do bad things for myself at this point. Not on purpose. Like no one.
I feel like you get
chooses
into
it.
a situation and then you get very complacent with it, and you're like, "Well, fuck it, I'm here,"
Yeah, and you know that is I find myself trapped sometimes, and
Yeah.
it's like a lot of times it's in this like chase for love. And I'll give you a quick
You
story.
hope for. I think what happens is you get into that situation and you really try to make the best of it and hope for, well, maybe it can develop into this or whatever or that,
You're not
and it
wrong.
doesn't happen,
Yeah.
and then you're back to square one.
Yeah, I mean the problem is though, it's like how am I supposed to know unless I try?
Right?
Like
There's nothing wrong.
you know what my problem is with the world and with like the sex love thing? It's I constantly a constant trope out of my life lately is how come I'm never fucking rewarded for being a good guy?
You know what I was thinking?
Ever.
I was thinking about that maybe like 2 days ago. I was thinking about you in that aspect of like, I think it was you were asking me about the whole Saturday and if I was available because you're doing the deck
Yeah.
and whatnot. And after I told you no, I'm in South, I'm
Yeah,
all the
you're
way
in
on the
Guam.
fucking butt end of the fucking island, and it's been shitty. And I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, Charlie does a lot, and I was thinking about it, I was like, why did bad things happen to good people? Like, why hasn't he gotten?
I'm not trying to like complain about it, but like
That's not really complaining.
I fucking hate the tropey lines.
Yeah.
I hate the like when you least expect it. Don't look
Fuck
for it, and
you.
it's such
I hate
horse
that. I
shit.
hate that
But
one.
my biggest problem is like I feel like
But isn't everything the least
yes,
the least when you expect it? Like,
yes, no one expects anything good to
oh,
happen
it's the
ever.
last place I looked. No
Yeah,
shit.
because when you find it, you stop looking, douche. My whole thing is I cannot stand. Again, I'll give you a quick example. There was a girl a few months back. She made it very clear she liked me. She slept over.
Yeah.
Nothing happened
Mhm.
because I didn't like her like that.
I don't think that was a bad decision, though.
It wasn't.
I
It
think
was a
that,
good decision.
I think it was a
Why
step in the right
didn't-
direction for
Why
you as a
didn't
person.
the fucking world even contemplate rewarding? And I know it's silly because it was 3 months ago, and I just sound like a douchebag because I didn't do it for a good outcome. I did it because I'm not a monster.
No, you went with your true feelings. You followed through with it. You made. See, there was no good or bad decision there.
No,
you
there was
went
just
with
something to do.
You went with your how you should have made that choice. The true
Yeah.
decision.
The true north, as it were.
You didn't do good for her. You didn't like, oh well, I'm not going to do this for her. I'm not going to
Yeah.
not do this for me. You did what you felt right.
Yeah, and what's funny about it is I don't know if it's always funny the way things line up because a good buddy of mine from work, he texted me today. He took some girl out that he didn't really like that really
Right.
liked him, and they had sex, and he was so not into it. He actually had to pretend to finish.
I've done
He had to
that.
like fake it. I think all of us have. And he texted me, and he was like, dude, I need to change. Like, I can't keep being this person.
No.
And I constantly feel like that, dude. I feel like doing the right thing and not ever. My whole thing is the question of why. I am way too analytical to not know why. I can have dinner with an ex-girlfriend, and I have recently, and have real conversations. Like, isn't it crazy how fucked up our relationship was? Like, especially like young in life relationships of mine. It's easy to reflect on them to be like, whoa, too much too soon. Like, I've dated girls where it was just passion, and that passion was a dangerous thing because it's like when you have that much passion with someone, it's volatile.
No.
I have a relationship where there was no passion. I had relationships where, I had relationships with like the parents are why I was in the relationship. Let me tell you a quick story. So I was dating this girl for a while. She had really cool parents. They were fucking total hippies. Total hippies. The like second time I met her dad, it was the four of us were gonna go out to dinner. Me, her dad, her, and her mom. And the women were getting ready. The girl I was seeing at the time and her mom were getting ready. And I'm sitting in the living room, like watching football with the dad, and the dad shuts off the TV. He's this like little Guido man. And he stands up and sits down next to me, like real close. He goes,
Sucks your dick.
he goes, Charles. I was like, yeah.
I don't like
I was
Spix,
like- I
but
was like,
she
yeah?
sees something in you.
Yeah. No, better. He goes, I know you're fucking my daughter. And I can promise you one thing. If I hear it, I'll fucking kill you. And I'm literally like, uh oh. And he goes, but making love is fine. And slapped me on the shoulder and got up and asked me if I wanted a beer. Gulp. So that relationship became like about her family. It became about hanging out with her parents. We would do everything with them. We'd go to the movies with them.
Yeah.
We'd get takeout and watch TV together at home. One night we all got, because he was a little bit of an alcoholic. One night we all got shit faced on scotch. And I'm like, I'm gonna have grilled cheese. And I was like, you guys want grilled cheese? I'm gonna have a grilled cheese. And they're like, oh my God, we want grilled cheese so bad. So I'm like, I'm gonna make fucking for grilled cheese for us to eat grilled cheese all day. And I made my signature grilled cheese, which is a little bit you put a little bit of mayo. Ooh, it'll kill you. It's like the worst thing for you. Tastes delicious. Made the grilled cheese, and I gotta tell you this to finish that. My family, we don't really ever produce enough dishes to use our dishwasher. My dishwasher right now is a very expensive dishwasher I bought my mom a few years ago. It's not even plugged in. It's not hooked up.
Yeah, it's just
it's
two
storage.
Of you. Yeah.
So back to the grilled cheese. I make us grilled cheese. I clean up after myself. Good old time. I go to bed. The next day, I'm in the girls' room, and I hear tat-tat-tat-tat, like fingertips on the door. I'm like, oh God, what? Fingertips on the door. Tat-tat-tat. 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 Knock, knock, knock. Knock, knock, knock. Fuck, Charles. Charles comes to the door. I'm like, oh, come fucking tuck my boner down, put on a shirt. I open the door. I'm like, yeah, yes, sir. And he fucking holds up a soaking wet loaf of bread in my face. I put the bread in the dishwasher when I was done. And he's like, hey, dickhead. He woke up and just turned on the dishwasher because there was shit in it. And he was like, go get us bread. I want breakfast. And I was like, okay. Like, all fucking still hungover. So I've had all those relationships, bro. And it's the two things I hate most are when shit just isn't, stuff doesn't just change. There's always an explanation for the change. There has to be. What it is someone trying to protect someone's feelings so they don't just tell them the fucking truth. Yeah. That drives me insane. Don't protect my feelings. The truth is the most important thing to me. Yeah. Just be fucking real. That, and it's and you know, that's only followed by because truth and honesty is super important. And fucking, I don't like to make pretend. Yeah. I don't like to pretend things are okay when they're not. And I can't stand people who are cool with that, man. And I know that's like what you're programmed to do. Like that's what you should do if you're an adult. It's like you should go along to get along. But fuck that, dude. Yeah. Not everywhere. Not with everyone. It's the thing. Like, insane to me.
Like Jen and I, we're at a point now. Like in the past, we would little things wouldn't come up. We wouldn't bring up. And when that would happen, shit would get worse. So now we're literally
like because conversations didn't happen.
Yeah. More recent years, we're now at that point where something comes up. And I know it's cliche, and a lot of people. Well, she's my best friend, and like
cliche is fine.
I tell her everything, and blah blah blah. Like legit, other than me being gross, I can legitimately tell her anything. She can legitimately tell me anything. When we were talking about the whole like sex thing and blah blah blah, I was never, the guy go out and get a one and done, blah blah blah. My one and done is the relationship. Yeah. The honeymoon phase is fine. I get that. You're fucking every day. You're doing this, fun, excitement, whatever, blah blah blah.
Fucking is wonderful.
What I like in relationship is getting up, making breakfast, going to work, hanging out with friends together, hanging out with family together. The other night, Friday, I picked her up from work. Her mom wasn't home, just her dad. Her dad came down. Jen and I went and got fried chicken. We were literally eating in the kitchen. He came downstairs. I look at him. I point to the chicken. He grabs a piece. He sits down. All of a sudden, we're talking to him for about 5 hours about bullshit. Just hanging out, because he doesn't really talk that much.
So when he does,
and we were planning on literally, as soon as we sat down to have the chicken before he came down, we were like, we're going to eat, and we're going to go upstairs and fuck. We literally put that off to the side willingly just to hang out with her dad. Little stupid shit like that. We'll watch a TV show, go to sleep. You know, like, we don't have to fuck every day to be passionate about our relationship. She can go to my mom's house and just hang out with her by herself. You know, it's not like we have to be together to enjoy our friends that we share or family that we share now. Or the other fucking couple of months ago, she always bitches at me about separating the whites and the colors of fucking the people,
Whoa.
not the laundry.
What about fucking Hulk Hogan Jen over here?
She has a dress, I shit you not, is half white, half black.
That just described every woman ever.
It was a fucking test.
You just took it apart.
I look at it, and I made a call. I went with colored. It's going into colored.
Call?
I literally stared at this fucking thing for 15 minutes.
I imagine
not knowing what to do. I'm like, and I look at it. I'm like, this is a fucking test. This is a fucking test. I put it in with the colors. She gets home after all the laundry's done. She's going through the dry fucking clothes. She looks at me.
Oh no.
She looks at it. She has a great fucking poker face. She looks at me. She's like, "How'd you wash this one?" I wash it with the colors. It was a pause. She looks at me and says, "Good job."
Nice.
So I'm like, "Hooray!" She's like, "How long were you staring at this piece of fucking fabric?" Give or take 20 minutes, trying to think. I'm like, "Was that a test?" She's like, "No, but you made the right choice anyway."
You should have just been like, I hand washed it with tears.
But there's stupid shit like that, like people will bitch. What happened to my 20s? What happened to when I was doing this and out late at night and blah blah blah. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with the natural progression of a relationship.
My search has always been for that, and it's like it is frustrating at times. But
I always lucked out, I guess.
I
mean, not lucked out, but you know what I mean. Like, I
mean,
got it early when there's people that are still looking for it.
I mean, the worst part for me again is just the delusional aspect some people have, where it's just like when you meet someone and you're like, yeah, no, I'm perfect for you.
Yeah.
Like you should be desperate for this. And then it's not. I know it sounds egotistical as fuck.
Yeah, well,
but read between the lines of what I mean, because it's just like it's maddening to me. It's maddening. It's just like I really do fucking sometimes like not want to scream, like that's way too dramatic. But there are plenty of times where I'm just like, none of this makes sense. None of this makes sense.
I'm the opposite. Every time I look at Jen, I'm just like, I'm not good enough for her.
Well, I mean that's important because you're not.
That's just my thing. Like,
but
I always.
I'm not saying that I'm necessarily. Don't get me wrong. In these cases, I'm definitely good enough for them. But what I'm saying is you are right for Jen though. When you're on your A game, there's no one who can love Jen better.
No, I understand that. You know, when she tells me things like, I don't. She's like, I literally. She's like, I literally go to you about everything. I'm like, well, what do you mean? She's like, I could talk to my sister, but the relationship is different. And I could kind of agree with her. Like, my brother, I could still talk to him about fucking God knows what and everything and all that shit. But, like, at this point in my life, I guess it's part of growing up. Like, the first person I go to, within reason, is Jen. I
mean, that's important.
And everyone always says to me the bullshit. Like, my mom even says it to me. Like, oh, I wish your brother could get someone like Jen. You got so lucky. I have friends telling me that, like, but like, there's no one else like Jen out there for you. She's mine. Back off. Like,
Mindsies.
You should look for something that will, work for you. Like, just because
that's the ultimate goal. And again, it's just like it bears having the conversation because at times it can be frustrating.
Because I'm literally dating someone who reminds me of my mother. It's fucking mind-blowing.
She reminds you of your mother and looks like your sister. You're a real confusing kid.
It's really fucking like.
Freud was right.
I've been sewing today. I'm like, oh, I've been doing this today. I'm like, fuck.
If we took the names out of your phone, you would have no idea who. I love you, Gerard. Thank you.
Yeah, it's.
I want to suck your dick. Cool, mom. Normal incestuous white people conversations. Ba-dum-bum.
okay, it's childish. Can't be no homegirl, drop it like the NASDAQ. Move white girl.
And there it is. Episode 27 is in the books. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Obviously, my voice is a little hoarse, so I'm going to keep it short and sweet. 6and60.net. A big thank you to ReadUSComics.com and RoninVape.com. Guys, have a hell of a week. Go out, make somebody happy, make somebody laugh. It's been a year since Robin Williams passed away, so do something in his honor, man. Just give someone a big hug, a big kiss, tell him a terrible joke, make a goofy face out of make somebody a little happier, and I promise you, it'll make you a little happier. I'm Charlie Rivera for Gerard Nolan and Johnny Rivera. Have a fabulous week, guys. I'll talk to you next time. Later.
These rappers are afraid of him, cause I'm a beast, bitch, girl. Invaders and Gambino is a call girl. Fuck you, pay me. Brand new whip for these niggas like slavery. Told me I was awful and that shit did not faze me. Tell me how I suck again, my memory is hazy. You're my favorite rapper now, yeah, dude, I better be. Or you can fucking kiss my ass, human centipede. You wanna see my girl? I ain't that dumb. You wanna see my girl? Check Maxim. Man, why does every black actor gotta rap some? I don't know, all I know is I'm the best one. It's a bonfire, turn the lights out. I'm burning everything you motherfuckers talk about. It's a bonfire, turn the lights out. I'm burning everything you motherfuckers talk about. You know these rapper dudes talk shit, start killing. Fuck that, got goons like an arch villain. I'm from the south, ain't got no accent, don't know why. So this rapper's child's play, I do my name like Princess Di. Yeah, they say they want the realness, rapped about my real life. Told me I should just quit. First of all, you talk white. Second off, you talk like you haven't given up yet. Rap stepfather, yeah, you hate me, but you will respect. I put in work, ass Ludwig. Put my soul on the track like Shoes did. Play this for my cousin, now he can't even think straight. Black and white music, now nigga, that's a mixtape. Shout out to my blurs, they represent the realness. Shout out to Gambino girls, my dick is in the building. I know you hate me cause your little cousin play me out. I like black girls who nerdy, but when they dance they be saying ow. I'm sorry for who follow me, chillin' with a Filipina at your local Jolly G. Yeah, I'm in her ass like side of me, so if you see my hand under the table, don't bother me. I don't talk soft, that's that other guy. I'm screaming what the fuck is up like I ain't see the sky. The shit I'm doing this year, insanity. Made the beat that murdered it, Casey Anthony. These rappers won't know what to do, cause all I did was act me like a Looney Tune. And I'll give you all of me until there's nothing left. I swear this summer will be summer camp, bitch.